Welcome everybody. This video is sponsored by Audible. Audible has the best audiobooks in the business. It has a wide collection of all kinds of excellent titles and genres, especially in the mystery and thriller department. But most importantly, it is narrated by some of the top talent in the industry. Some of my favorite audiobooks of all time are the Night Lords trilogy, narrated by Andrew Wincott, and it's awesome. I use Audible all the time, almost daily, whether I'm painting minis, working out, or sometimes just playing random video games like the one we're talking about today. There's always something on in my ears. Audible truly is the best in the business, and you can go check it out now by going down in the description to audible.com/Bricky for a free trial today, or text Bricky to the number 500-500. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video, and let's talk about Balatro.
We did it, chat. Woo! We did it. 1 million subs on the main channel. I think it's time to play some Balatro. This here is a small blind. You only need to score 300 chips to beat it. We'll just do a 3 of a kind. I guess I only have one hand left. I guess I could have discarded even more to try to get an ace, couldn't I? Okay, +4 multi. And then you get the Joker, which gives you the times 12. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I'm feeling it. Oh no, I'm feeling it. Scores no chips and all abilities are the same. +3 multi when any booster pack is skipped. So like if I do like a 2-pair like this, for example, permanently gains +4 chips when scored. That sounds great. Dude, Balatro, dude, this game is crack. I've been playing for 5.5 hours. This game is absolute fucking cocaine. This fucking game, chat.
As a product, Balatro is an enigma, a pure and condensed bit of game-making prowess instilled in a package so incredibly good that I debate whether or not I can truly recommend it. It has the tag I care about so much, the overwhelmingly positive Steam review, and it being done by a sole developer is the icing on that cake. But what surprises me more than anything is that this game has only sold a little over 1 million copies. And you might be confused by my use of the word only, but for games that make it big, 1 million is not too ridiculous. While it is life-changing money and prestige for our solo dev here, as someone who has at minimum played the game and at maximum allowed it to take over my whole fucking life, I am shocked that it has only sold 1 million copies. Yet, despite that praise, I'm scared to recommend it, because if this game sees massive mainstream appeal, the average individual's productivity will diminish minimum 36%. Every industry across the globe will see downticks in output, and while I'm all for a little Disco Elysium, the bourgeois not human here and there can be too much of a good thing, and that thing's name is Balatro. So I beat around the bush for too long. What is this video game that has become the plankton in my brain? Balatro can only be described as a poker-based roguelite deck builder. And that sentence might actually be the main reason this game has not seen the immediate widespread attention that it genuinely deserves. Recent indie horror, quote, game content warning has just hit the world and sold over 4.5 million copies by the time of me writing this script, and is destined to sell a lot more. But multiplayer indie horror game definitely hits all of the wide stream appeal checkboxes that it can be provided with to gain substantial numbers and substantial sales. Poker deck building roguelite, honest to God, it feels like a parody. There are so many indie games that are roguelites that have deck building elements. It honestly feels like it's finally overtaken the insane mountain that is indie walking simulator about depression. The main difference being that those games were not Balatro, and Balatro deserves to sell the same amount of copies as Anti-11 asks of me. So now that we've fully encircled and beat around the bush for long enough, what is this damn video game? The game opens with your usual 52 into playing cards and goes in a format it calls antes. This is a term that's used for buy-ins in real poker games and the twice divorced shit-faced lady at the family function. Each ante consists of 3 rounds: small blind, big blind, and boss blind. Each blind will ask for a certain number of points from you. This naturally starts small and gets bigger with each round you play and each ante you accomplish. In order to gain points, you need to play a hand, much like in poker. If you forget what works in poker, there is a helpful guide on the left that shows you all the possibilities. But it's your typical pair, 2 pair, straight, flush, 4 of a kind, full house, home improvement, straight flush, gay flush, bi flush, and trans straight. Now, each combo you play has chips and a multiplier. For example, a pair will net you 10 chips and 2 multi. Your cards also have points on them too. So a 10 is 10, a 4 is 4, ace is 11, so on. So if you were to say play a pair of 8s, it would be 10 chips plus 8 multiplied by 2, giving you a total of 52 points. But if you were to play a higher hand, such as a full house, it would be 40 chips and a 4x multiplier, plus the 5 card values you would have to play for it. You keep playing cards in this manner until you meet the amount the ante set for you, but you do have a limited amount of hands you can play and discards you can use, so there's always an incentive to go for the bigger and stronger hands, especially when the hands you don't play actually give you money. Yes, like in real life, 99% of gamblers quit before they're about to make it big, and money is one of the most important factors in Balatro because it allows you to then build up your run between rounds. Between each round, you get to go to the shop, and that lets you buy jokers, packs, and vouchers. Vouchers are special permanent upgrades that arrive once per ante. Packs contain special cards to improve your deck and hands, and jokers are your lifeblood. They are the silly little guys that you use to turn your wimpy chips and tiny multi into Johnny Sins gripper decks. Jokers are basically your gear upgrades in any other roguelite, your god boons in Hades or cards in RoboQuest. These jokers can range in variety, especially considering that there are 150 of them, and they can and will provide you with everything you need to be able to craft a deck of insane proportions. Some jokers can be rather simple, scoring you chips whenever you play certain hands or giving you multi when playing certain cards, but they can ramp up to increase the variety by a lot. The Joker Rocket will give you an extra $1 per round you complete, with an extra 2 for each boss blind you beat, and it stacks to provide some pretty insane late game value. Walkie Talkie specifically gives you bonus chips and multi on any 10 and 4 card that you play, and Scholar does the same thing but only with aces. Some jokers like Constellation will actually give you a multiplier to your multi amount. This one starts at 1.0x, but for every single planet card you use, it will increase it by 0.1x. What are planet cards, you may ask? Well, for the most part, it's just a way for women to be prejudiced without moral consequence. But in Balatro, these are special cards that level up specific hands you play. If you open one of the packs, you might get, say, a Jupiter card, which upgrades the strength of your flushes when you play them, giving you more chips and more multi. So perhaps you end up running a fun build involving this Constellation Joker, where you farm as many planets as possible. That's one way to do it. Or perhaps you use the Vagabond Joker, which specifically makes it so that every time you play a hand, you generate a tarot card if you have $3 or less. What are tarot cards, you may ask, Mr. Invisible Viewer? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Thanks for talking to me. Thanks for taking an interest in my hobbies. I think we should take our relationship to the next level. Tarot cards are cards representing the tarot deck, of course, and are mainly a way to change up how your deck operates. The Hanged Man allows you to destroy 2 cards of your choosing. Death allows you to transform 1 card into another copy. High Priestess spawns planet cards. Hermit doubles your money to a cap. There are cards that change your suits, cards to trigger special effects like extra multi or chips, all the things you need to tailor your deck to your choosing. And so now you're probably thinking, okay, it's poker, but you can upgrade your hands you play, change the way your deck works, and add jokers as gear to increase your score. Surely that's crazy enough, but crazy doesn't even begin to cut it when you add spectral cards into the mix. Another fancy pack that can create very powerful cards and options, but do often come with added risk and chance to them. Turn an entire hand into just 1 suit, or turn an entire hand into just 1 rank of card. Destroy all jokers to buff 1 special one, or get a fancy rare joker but lose all your money. And at this point, surely Bricky, you have said all you need to say about Balatro deck building. And guess what? You're mostly right. Mostly. It just doesn't tell the whole story. The madness that ensues when you're dealing with a game that contains base values and multipliers on those multipliers, let's just say, it can get a little silly.
Face cards give 30 chips when stored. Oh, when scored. Oh, wait, that's great. Creates a random Joker card. I want it. Judgment it is. Placed face cards have a 1 in 2 chance to give $2 when scored. Oh! Oh my god! We've got this like major face card thing going on here. Per enhanced card play, removes card enhancement. Removes card enhancement though. We'll try it out. Wheel of Fortune. 1 in 4 chance to add a foil, holographic, or polychrome edition to a random Joker. Oh, that sounds really good, yeah. Oh no! Wheel! Yes! My face card won, plus 50 chips. First place face card gives 2x multi when scored. Considering it's a face hand thing, we'll just get rid of everything that's not a face hand. Holy fucking Christ, dude. Oh fuck, we had 3 pair. I think we're good. I think we're still okay. No, we're still good. We got it. Holy shit. Now go endless mode? All right, why not? All face cards become gold cards while played. What? But this is just money though. Oh, but it combos with Vamp. DNA, my friend, it's DNA. You've done, God bless you, DNA. You've done a great job. Let's get rid of some of this. One fucking hand. Hey, look, another full house. What the fuck is this? What do you mean 7.2 million? We were 1.6 million. I don't think we're making this one, chat. It was good. Rip the run.
The thing about Balatro is that with each new run of the game, you do have a destined goal to hit ante 8 and beat it. The endless mode you play afterwards is not endless in the way we know of it as. Like, it ramps up to such an insane degree that ante 11 will most likely kill all but the most insane of builds, and ante 12 will probably put even these down. But that actually means the endless mode isn't something that feels like an afterthought where you just go and go and go. It's more of an, okay, let's see if this deck has the chops. It makes it so that endless is something I say yes to every single time just to see what can become of it, you know? It's not the real end goal of the game. The real end goal is to beat ante 8 and then beat it with various decks and stakes. So despite all of the insane variables that currently exist in the game, there are different decks you can use too. Simple ones like the blue deck and red deck that gives you 1 extra hand and 1 extra discard. But then there are some really good fascinating decks that seriously change up the gameplay. Black deck gives you 1 fewer hand, but also an extra Joker slot. Green deck removes money interest you gain by hodling to the moon, but gives you more money for the hands and discards you don't use. Then you get the insane ones like Abandoned, which removes all face cards, Checkered, that gives you only spades and hearts, and Plasma, which takes all your chips and multi and equally splits the two after you play each hand. It just creates such a fun and unique experience because every single run you go in with some kind of game plan. But depending on the jokers and cards you get, that might flip on the spot. You'll go in saying, okay, I'm going to be running a face card build this time around. But then you immediately get just slapped with the Scholar and ride the bust jokers. And now you're spamming aces out the ass. You think you're gonna rely heavily on the enhancements and give your cards things like Steel and Glass. But then Vampire shows its face and you feed them to the multiplier overlord Dracula flow and realize
this shit ain't nothing to me, man. We straight gassing.
The game requires you to both have a game plan and be adaptable on the fly, prepping for late game while surviving the early game, and it will truly test you, especially when you get into the stakes. Stakes are challenges that you unlock by beating the previous stake with each deck, and they make things more expensive, take away discards, make it so you can never sell certain jokers, and I can't tell you how much of a breath of breath of fresh air it is to have a difficulty setting that isn't just increase the damage and health of all enemies, or in Balatro's case, make every ante nearly impossible and reduce all of your hand amounts. No, it's a real intelligent way to do challenges. Starting off, small blinds don't reward you with any money. Then score ramps up a little faster. Then jokers can't be sold, certain ones that is. Remove one discard, and so on. It's an actual challenge that makes you adjust how you play and not just submit yourself to RNG and never-ending scaling. People who think this game is all RNG because it's a card game are full of shit. There are so many ways to make your run amazing, and I mean, like, sure, every roguelite has some RNG that might screw you over. But that's absolute fucking cope you are huffing. True gamblers know they are right about to hit it big, so why submit yourself to fate? Why stop now? Just keep playing, you'll get there. From here, it's all downhill. It's all downhill. Your social life, your work productivity, your general ability to go outside is going to be diminished. Balatro is liquid crack distilled and purified into the IV of addiction, penetrating you, and you're asking for more. I played this game for the first time on stream. Got a little bit of convention sickness from PAX, so rested for a few days, and the results?
Let me tell you, I started this game at 10 a.m. Saturday. Is Monday, like at 7 p.m. and this 22 hours, 22 of game time. The devil made this game.
I played it while on the couch. I played it while answering emails. I played it while eating dinner. The game has a mobile port coming soon. And let me tell you, the 4 horses of the apocalypse are already here. And their names are Diamond, Spades, Club, and Heart. Don't take my word for it. Take Steam's.
I can see why my dad got addicted to gambling. Candy-coated meth, more addictive than cocaine. Crack, pure crack. Digital crack. Crack of cards. Crack cocaine.
It's a high that cannot be understated. People hear poker deck building roguelite, and fuck, maybe in a true moment of clarity, skip it, as it doesn't sound that exciting, but it's a sheep in wolf's clothing. It's a game that is held back only by its opening pitch, because the moment you buy it, the moment your armor cracks and you let this monster in there, there's no going back. Everything from the visuals, the menu music, the amount of chips and card sound effects, the flames as your points go to the moon, it's created to make you hit dopamine levels the same height as Auntie 11 dipped in Mama Liz's chili oil. When you get a taste, when you draw a DNA Joker and replicate tons of kings, and you get the scary smiley face with the pareidolia, whatever the hell it's called, the song from Shangri-La, with Midas mask and vampire, and you roll the Wheel of Fortune, and you make the face card build that turns the flames on in the first hand of the blind, you realize it's already too late. Balatro has taken over your body, and the only thing you have left to do is bend over and bite the pillow, because it's coming, and it's not gonna be gentle. The only thing keeping you from enjoying Balatro is the opening statement. Poker deck building roguelite. You hear it and you think, whatever. You don't get it. You don't get it. In fact, it might be the smart idea not to let this beast in, but I did, and it's one of the best games of the year. Helldivers has eked it out a little bit there, but goddamn, I never expected myself to be this down bad for the poker roguelite. Balatro is absolutely incredible. I warn you about buying it. I warn you for what it could do to yourself. But if you think you can tame that beast, please go to town. It's overwhelmingly positive for a reason. It is a phenomenal game, and it's not going anywhere. Thank you so much for watching this video. The game is insane, truly. I really appreciate it so much. If you want to get some new merchandise, we got the bricked up shirt. It's in white, as well as this floral, as well as a fancy crew neck that's really, really soft and everything. It's all listed down in the description at brickymerch.com. Check it out. There's a bunch of other awesome stuff there as well, including hats, a body pillow, don't worry about that, and then other awesome stuff. Thanks so much for watching. I have a couple other videos for April coming up, and I think some of them are ones you're going to be asking for. Oh, Mass Effect. It's in May. Mass Effect. So it'll be a couple other videos first, but Mass Effect is in May, so get hype. All right, thanks for watching.